Woo! Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's get it started like we do every single show, whether it's the night or the day. I don't care what's going on. I'm putting my lemon into the water, baby. I'm putting my lemon into the water. I think I got a little bit in my right eye. What are you going to do? How are you going to chart if you got lemon in the eye? What are you going to do? Shout out to everybody here on the live. We are going to do some damage. Do you have your doing damage mug? Shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. Do you live in frequencies of high tones? Do you live in love? Do you help anybody you can? And do you know that God will provide for you no matter what? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a good day. It was a Sunday, beautiful day on the East Coast. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to break down Bitcoin. We're going to talk about the you know we're going to break it down. And shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a big sip of this lemon water. Let's get hydrated. Let's get going. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I hope you're motivated and ready for the Sunday night. As we get into the futures, we look at what the futures look like. We look at the fear and greed index. We get ready for the week ahead, and we see what's happening. Remember, Sunday night into Monday, worst night to trade. You are guaranteed to almost lose. Goes up and down. Volatility is insanity. You got to pick the right way, and it usually never goes properly. So I always tell my students and myself to take it easy Sunday night into Monday morning. Do not force a trade. Most of the time, I sit on the sidelines with my capital and just watch the market because this is the worst night to trade, in my humble opinion, in the entire market. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. But here we go. Follow me on Twitter. I would greatly appreciate it. And you people are amazing. Absolutely amazing people. Every single one of you. Thank you for being here. And I got to talk to my team, but I just got to pick random people. What was the first? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to send a tweet here. I use a certain blockchain to send my tweets out. Which blockchain do you use to transfer capital between exchanges? Just want to know. You know what I mean? I use TRC20 almost all the time. Just the USDT to TRC20. It tends to be the cheapest way to get it in. Look at Chinese intelligence officers bribe FBI agent with $61,000 in Bitcoin. The Chinese intelligence officer allegedly bribed a double agent with the FBI to steal information related to active and criminal investigations against a global economy. Pretty interesting. A lot of news. So let's break it down with Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. First, we're going to look at, you know what we got to look at. BTC, USD on Coinbase, which is a good spot to start. Actually, I'll use the Binance chart for now because I don't use it a lot. And it would be pretty accurate. Actually, why has it got a gap in there? Hold up. I don't like that. That's a bit strange. I usually use I was using the all-time history index, but every once in a while it was acting a bit funky. Here, we'll look at the weekly. So we're going to break down, we're going to look at it, and we're going to see it for exactly what it is, just so we're not like, yeah, there's a little dumpages and movement right now, but take a deep breath. All should be well. All should be well. Don't get too emotional. Everything will be okay. So look, stochastics on the weekly are a little bit high, suggesting we will get a bit of a pullback for Bitcoin, right? That's something that you have to assume could occur, all right? And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 weeks, 5 weeks, you could say, and 4 of them were green. So it's pretty, like 6 weeks, 5 of them were green. I misspoke. So let's take a look here. And I like to just double click, and I like to just look at the weekly candle. Get ready for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I put a lot of power into that one. Usually I try to extend it. But that one, I just let it all out. Every single week, I let it all out. I think it's very therapeutic for me. Number one, I do it in public, in front of a bunch of people, and I know some people judge me for it. And they might leave the stream. I might think I'm nuts. And you know what? It lets me realize that I don't care what people think of me. So every single week, it lets me free. I free myself of the shackles of trying to be something for everybody else and just letting myself be me. So that's why I do it, honestly. I started doing it, and then some days I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. And I was like, why? Because you're afraid what people think of you. And I said, no, I'm not. And I said, then keep doing it. You know what I mean? I'm sure I get criticized. I'm sure some people can't stand it. Some people probably look at me and think I'm absolutely insane. And honestly, I don't even know why I truly do it. I started doing it, now I do it. So it is what it is. It's part of the show. It's a show staple. 52 times a year, you're going to watch it. And it is what it is. So let's take a look at the open, high, low, and close for Bitcoin on the week. We opened at 20,632 and 67 cents. The high was 21,476 and 3 cents. The low was 20,035 evens, and we would close at $20,900.64. So we would stay so high the whole week, and then out of nowhere just lose a whole caboodle. $283 in the week. So for the whole entire week, Bitcoin would only go up $283 from the previous week. It's an indecision doji, representing a lot of buy pressure to the upside and sell pressure to the downside. However, we did get above the weekly support at 19,300. A lot of big stuff happened. We broke through 20K. We found resistance, obviously, at at this area here where these two candles would close. See right there, kind of that area here. I mean, that's a weekly resistance. About 21,500. We got very, very close. Yeah, 21,482. Thanks, Lifer. Lemon Water for the win. Shout out to my buddy for the $10. Shout out to Duran Yen. Shout out to Duran Yen. Thank you, my love. That's so awesome, man. Thank you for showing me the love there with the $10 super chat. You're a nuts, Lifer. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Farmer Greggy. Appreciate you, brother. Flux, SPF, CZ 2028. FTD is a joke. I mean, this is crazy. And is the FTT FUD causing the whole market to kind of see a little bit of a downtrend? You know what I mean? And there's just a lot of FTX FUD, Sam Bankman-Fried. And now they're saying, CZ pulled the hammer. I mean, I posted that to my trading group. If you're in my trading group, I wake up this morning. First thing I see was in the morning, I'm like, wait, what is this? And I see CZ talking about removing liquidity. And I'm like, wait, what is this man doing? He's doing what all? So I take a look at it. I'm like, interesting. So I read the tweet and I sent it out. And then I even said, new Alameda research. It's kind of crazy. This is like very, very interesting. But Alameda Research insolvent, right? According to a recent leak, the firm's finances rely on the same scheme that destroyed Celsius Network. Will it work out differently for SBF? You never know. But they're, starting to kind of get edgy here. Starting to get interesting for sure. Break it down. And then here, as part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly 2.1 billion USD equivalent in cash, BUSD and FTT. Due to recent revelations that have come to light, we have decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. And the second he said that, it's kind of an easy short for FTT, right? And so immediately you short FTT, and then it kind of says that the whole market might take a bit of a move to the downside. And so far, FTT's had a bit of a funky move, though. It's almost like they don't, but look, for the most part, it is to the downside. Sitting at $22, still holding, somewhat strong. And again, it could be FUD. So you never know. Could be just some FUD to get FTT cheap. You never know. I'm open-minded. I don't think so. Honestly, I like CZ. He's pretty spot on. If he's going to do something, and he's pretty transparent about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to dump a little bit, but the stochastics say it could level off. We're going to look at Bitcoin regardless and break it down for the day. So look, if you were watching my live stream earlier today, which you may have, shout out to anyone who jumped into that live stream earlier today. I greatly appreciate it. We're back, like I told you I would be, at 8 p.m. All right? So here's the idea behind all this nonsense. All right? Let's take a look. So Bitcoin, the weekly candle wasn't amazing. I'll tell you that. However, we've been good, and as long as we don't break a weekly candle below 19,005, I'll be happy. So right now, I'm going to take it one step at a time. We just got to stay and close above 19,500 for me to remain bullish, stay above this high volume node, and travel all the way up here to the next big area of liquidity, about 24,300 on the weekly. So, I'm okay. The weekly's not the worst in the world. Your take on GALA, please. Shout out to Brad Barney for the $25 super chat. My man, $25 super chat. I've never seen you in the stream. God bless you and yours. You are a blessing. Thank you for the $25 super chat. You are amazing. Unbelievable. We out super chat channels that are way bigger than us. The love is real. The love is strong. 536 people on the live, 228 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. It would be the nicest thing you could do for the guy that streams every single day. All the other YouTubers are awesome and beautiful people, but they've probably taken multiple days off that I have not. So let's take a look. Keep it classy, Brad, all day long, baby. Brad is the man. He's showing you all how to keep it classy. And I will be honest, my wife, your wife ever just really, I know there may be kids watching, but does your wife ever really just turn you on? all I can think about is my wife right now. I love you, babe. But I love you. But I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't even do TA. Because I'm thinking about your TA. I didn't know I was going to say that. Oh my God, man. Yeah. I love you so much, my love. So look, we were talking about, remember I kept saying, watch out for the Bart Simpson. If you remember that correctly to my trading group, I just want to show you because it was giving me Bart Simpson vibes. Really was, man. Should have went with my first instinct, but it was giving me those Bart Simpson vibes. You know what I mean? Give me those Bart Simpson vibes, man. The Bat Simpson. Inverted bat. You want the inverted bat. You don't want the bot. The Bart Simpson. The Bart Simpsones. Anyway, so if you're watching me this morning, I talked about this being in a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Also, this started to form a bit of a descending triangle. It had descending triangle vibes. I was trying to play with it a little differently, but it kind of had the descending triangle vibes. I did kind of come up here, and it's, you're like, eh. And we even had a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and I projected an inverted head and shoulder. That wasn't guaranteeing. I was like, just something I'm watching. I was like, there's a chance this makes a right shoulder here, and we were steady. And, I was waiting for that move to the upside. The 1 hour was getting low. I wanted to see the push up, and I was holding on for dear life. But you know what? Got stopped out. Things happen, and we move to the downside. It is what it is. Can we get a move back to the upside is the question. We're going to look at the DXY. We're going to look at the Fear and Greed Index. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to show you, too. We ain't done. We got so much to break down. Wasn't a good weekend for trading. One of the worst in a long time. Low liquidity on Saturday. We drip-dried, went sideways. Nothing really came of it. It was a sad weekend. 33 on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Yesterday, we were at a 40, though. Can you believe that? I don't even believe that we hit 40 yesterday. People were kind of thinking it was sweet over here. I like to buy when Bitcoin gets deep in the dark area here, when the 2-week chart is also oversold. This is my special sauce. Thoughts on Polygon? To keep rallying, or will it retrace a bit first and then start rallying again? That's a great question. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that first $25 super chat on GALA, and let's also talk about Polygon. We have a lot to go over for the week ahead, though, but we will slide the super chats in as we move. We'll keep you guys going. We'll keep it moving. GALA's interesting because it had the hack, right? And it got bought back up. So, this has already kind of shown that it can take a beatdown and recover. Now, the rest of the market took a beatdown, but GALA didn't. I started in this flag, was hoping that I could respond, but Bitcoin would have to move. You know what I mean? I said Bitcoin fell off, then Bitcoin has to play ball. All setups look good if Bitcoin plays out. If Bitcoin had broke out the flag, everything would have had a nice little move to the upside. It would have been beautiful, but we didn't get it. We did not get it. Bitcoin, GALA, we could say, is just continuing in a bit of this kind of falling wedge here to the downside, attempting to make a double bottom with a higher low on the radar here. So you got this here and this here. Okay. Shout out to BitBoy, really nice guy. DM today. He DM'd me back immediately. No matter how busy he is, man, what a awesome dude. So shout out to my man Ben. Much love to Ben. We're gonna have him on the show. Maybe not this week. He said a lot of it next week. We're gonna work on that. So look out. I'm gonna break it down. We're gonna have an exclusive interview with BitBoy. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk brass tacks. We're gonna go over kind of his mission, what he's doing, and you know what I mean. I just want to be inspired. I want to inspire. I want to personally thank him for a great 2022. And we don't talk about family too. How I have a family as a family. We're gonna break down life as being a crypto guy and kind of just some fun things you may never have heard about. I'm asking some cool questions, and so get ready. In about 2 weeks, the man himself on the channel, Blockboy TA, sir. Thank you, Blocktopia. When you get a chance, ICP, not the you're funny. So GALA is still in a falling wedge, still holding this higher low, and you can see how we had a bounce, resistance. It could be a nice support zone. You could pull even a midi fib here. Let's take the wick. You kind of have to take the whole wick in a way, even though it's a bit strange, but it is what it is. You take the wick from here to here. So GALA could go even lower. The 618 is lower, but can you hold? The only thing is it's like a capitulation wick. Throws me off a little bit, on the idea of the fib. You know, I don't know if you know what I mean, but just, you know, I mean, I'll pull a fib. A fib is a fib, level by level. But that was just such an anomalic moment that it makes you wonder, like, would that really be you know, you almost kind of want to pull from here. And here you see you're in the 706, 618 pocket. You could bounce to the upside. So it's interesting. Again, you can only break the rules if you know them. And if you're completely confused about what I just did, don't worry. No worries. You don't have to really understand. I'm kind of playing more of a... You'll get it if you've done it a long time. So look, the falling wedge here can break to the upside 68% of the time. You're below the point of control. Want to get back above 3899. But you're holding this you know, high volume node area here. And we could get a nice bounce to the upside to get a bounce here. The smart trader may wait for this move here and take on this area here of liquidity back up to the zone. But I do see GALA. I mean, the fact that Bitcoin, let's think about it logically. It had a huge nasty dump. It got bought back up like 100% since then, or, you know, pretty nice. Then it gets sold back down, and now it's got a greener candle compared to most. You want to look at your daily time frame. Your daily's like sideways, could pump. Look at your 22-hour. Your 22-hour could be making a move up. And your 4-hour is very bullish too as well. Now, your 1-hour also wants to rip. It's interesting. GALA does show some signs of life. Now, I don't jump in when the 15-minute is high. That's just not my thing. Okay? You look at it here, like I'm not going to be jumping in. 15-minute, it's overbought on the stochastics RSI, so I'm not jumping in there. I'll wait for those to reset before I jump on in. Somewhere in the middle, I put an alert there. I'm not going to be trading anything tonight. I'll make that really clear. But, you know, GALA is a beautiful coin, and hey, DCAing into GALA may not be the worst idea. I'm not a financial advisor, though, so you got to figure out that for yourself. Something that you may want to do or not. Completely up to you. Shout out to every beautiful soul here. 332 likes, $49 in chat revenue, 629 beautiful faces jumping on into the live. I can't wait till you can put your face in and everyone's face, because YouTube's going to start doing that. We're going to start implementing a video chat thing, and I'm going to be able to click a button, and you're going to be able to ask a question video style. And you're going to be like, hey, lifer, blah, blah, blah. And the video chats are going to be loading, and that's coming. I don't know if you guys know that. I dreamed about it last night, and most things I dream about come to fruition, so why wouldn't they do that? It would make it more interactive. More people would want to jump into the chat. It would be really fun. It would slow down the pace of the show here and there, depending. But we could get, we could be like, all right, we're going to do a few videos, a few of these. And I just think it would be really bring the community together to be able to see each other, to be able to really vibe with each other. And I think it would be awesome. So I'm waiting for that. I think it's going to be exciting. I know it's going to be exciting. Okay, buying loads of GALA. I have been DCing into GALA. I bought that recent dip, my man. The bourbon makes me donate more. Shout out to my man, Bert. Thank you. Hey, keep it coming then. Keep drinking that. I mean, I actually don't condone drinking, but do whatever makes you happy. All right. I don't tell anyone what to do as well. So thou shalt not judge. Would be able to share our charts. That would be killer. Obviously selective for all the reasons. Yeah. Better have a delay button like a TV station. NKN pumping again. Wow. So GALA looking pretty good. And let's take a look at the next super chat. MATIC, Blocktopia, and ICP. Let's take a look at MATIC. Now, MATIC's been holding. And the question is, like, what do you think? Could MATIC continue to pump? That's a great question. It's a great discussion. And let's take a look at what we see for MATIC. So I put the call out on ATB, right? Talking about it breaking up to the upside here. And it did a beautiful move. And it's actually consolidating pretty nicely from where it went up. The highest it went to was like 38%, and it's still holding about a 28% gain. So MATIC's still holding the gain. Absolutely beautiful. The inverted head and shoulder broke to the upside. Everything played out. Gains for MATIC, right? So we hit that. We celebrated those already. It is what it is. Let's break it down. Let's see what we see on like a 3-day chart or a bigger chart. Now, the 3-day is telling me we're a bit extended. I've seen bigger moves come out of this, so we could continue to flock, but it just... you got to heat it. You don't want to just be like, you're not like down here ready to move. So it's just something to think about. You've had, look, multiple green days in a while, just like this run up. It tells me that we may get some type of pullback here, but we're getting tight, and we did get above the point of control. First thing I want to do, set support and resistance areas for MATIC. And the chart on the Binance chart will give you a little more information, but I believe we have enough to work with here. See, the idea was MATIC was in this falling wedge. It needed to break out. It did. It got through resistance, hit, busted through this diagonal trend line, and it came here and it got stopped at 104. Came back down for the bounce at 69, and then made a beautiful move from 69 above the point of control and flew up to the next resistance. So you just, telling the storyline here. Now, you want to look at the daily time frame and see what's happening too. The daily's getting a little spent as well. This is when I would begin to flag out MATIC. If MATIC can stay inside of a flag, it could continue to the upside. So you're looking for MATIC to flag out, okay? And if it starts to fall at the flag, then you look for the bearish retest on a 5-minute, 7-minute chart and short it back down to the point of control. If it loses that, then you short it back, and again. So this will tell you when you get to this point what's most likely going to happen for MATIC, all right? 159 right here for MATIC is the measured move. If it can break on out to the upside, to the other side. 4-hour tells me that it could make a move here too. But again, just flagging it out. Now, it could bounce out of this flag. There's a chance that the 4-hour could break out too. And you get a move up here to 158 earlier than we thought, and it flips the daily. This is possible. I've seen, stranger things have happened. So we can shrink out this, right? Get rid of that projection on the daily. And when I project, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm saying I'm just starting to build the what ifs, right? These are what ifs. These are, and the reason why you build a what if is because then when it becomes a what is, you're there before most people because you already had the what if. Now, if you had no what if and then you saw the what is, you'd have to figure out what it is, wouldn't you? But because you had the what if, you already knew what it was. It sounds like Dr. Seuss, but it made sense to me. If it didn't make sense to you, you should play it back like 50 times. Peter Piper picked a pot of peppers. Anyway, Lambo, chances for ADA by 2020, 2030. I do believe so, but I wouldn't buy one. You? Lamborghini. It's kind of like, you can get that cool Corvette Hurricane for like less money, and it's pretty dope. People were driving around in fancy. I was down at Plymouth Rock. You know what I'm saying? Where the Pilgrims first hit America, and man, there was motorcycles and so many people outside. It was amazing. So what I'm seeing for MATIC here, number one, is kind of, even if that spike taken away, or even if you put that spike in, I'm getting a bearish divvy here, right? So you got a strong bearish divergence. It did start to play out, and you got a bit of an M pattern. Like, you're showing signs that you can't get above 120, and the daily's a bit oversold. So I would flag it out, but there's a chance MATIC does have to pull back. You're getting rejected by the point of control, and you could fall all the way back down to 92 cents. This is your next big area when you lose this. So if you go and you start to fall, you're likely to drop down here for MATIC. So again, when in doubt, flag it out. There's no guarantees what MATIC's going to do. It is also heavy volatile, Sunday night into Monday morning. Deep breaths, and just watch the market for what it is and take a deep breath. You know what I mean? And let this music come in. This beat is hot. Flowing with the ocean, with the motion, gotta go and never knowing when you're going, gotta keep it flowing. Oh, knowing. Yo, I got the gold too, and silver, baby. Silver, baby, silver. Where my silver head's at? Where my silver stack is at, baby? Way better than this trash. I'll tell you that right now. I'll take 5 of these over 10, over one of those. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on a Sunday night, baby. On a Sunday night. Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. So, hey, there's a chance MATIC could do business, but, I'm not, sometimes I show up and I'm like, man, I like this. Like, I showed MATIC last time, and I'm like, highly likely to break out, yada, yada, yada. I'm a little skeptical right now. 1 hour is a little far away. The 21 and the 200 are a little far apart. Tells me these either got to go sideways. So I see price action, figuring itself out for a little bit, even coming possibly back down for a Bart Simpson, just like Bitcoin did. So we're going to watch it closely. I'm not guaranteeing either one of these things happening, but I'm saying I wouldn't make a move on it yet. I want to see how this flag fills out for MATIC before I decide to jump back or jump on in. Send in your super chats for a deep dive or TA and support the stream. Lifer gets his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer family worldwide, baby. Shout out to Crypto Echo in the game. Sammy, Cup and Handy, will you chart YGG for us? Thank you, my friend. Anytime, my man Crypto Echo in the house, bringing them energy. Who else brings the energy? I watch all these other YouTubers. They're great. They're awesome. They're smart. They're interesting, but they're just not entertaining. So look, I had YGG in a possible symmetrical triangle. Remember that? That's a 50-50 shot of a breakout to the breakdown, right? So it's not as nice as a, as a bull pennant. And look, it didn't get stopped out yet, right? Technically, you could say we're not stopped out. Very close to getting stopped out. YGG. So First initial trade we'll keep here. But what I'll do is I'll hit Apple C, Apple V, grab another one, slap it over here, reposition. We're going to pull a Fibonacci, and we're going to just kind of see what's going on. I mean, I see a little bit of bullish divergence here. A little bit of bullish divergence. Touching the 200 simple. It's a good sign. YGG could recover. That trade could still make gains. This one that's still hanging on by a ledge here that has not been stopped out. The original trade inside of that channel. Okay. What I like is we were far apart, but we got back. See, this is, when I showed you MATIC, see, we're far apart, but we eventually came back and got close. MATIC's kind of here, and there's a chance MATIC slips in and we get that closer move. Look, just watching how the moving averages move with each other is important, okay? Understanding this correlation between tightness, far apart, and getting tight again. MACD is showing signs of lack of bearish momentum. We're getting falling volume with falling price, suggesting we are losing the sellers. We're going to pull a Fibonacci on this too and see what we see here when we pull the fib. We're in the golden pocket 706 retracement. This is highly likely to make a move to the upside tonight based on all these parameters, okay? If it doesn't go up, then it doesn't go up, but it has a lot of the special sauce in which I go over. 706, this thing could fly. Bitcoin recovers a little bit. It'll go sideways. We see a little bit of a move back to the upside. People kind of like, okay. And maybe the original trade doesn't get stopped out and wins. And this trade that we redrew actually continues to the upside. Yield guild games. So we're going to take a look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is ready to go too as well. We're going to take a look at our daily. Our daily is it wants to dump in your face. So look, the bigger time frames are sketchy. Look at our daily. Our daily is says you could go down even more. So what you would have to think is that this daily kind of flips back to the upside, some type of bullish manner here, and stays up, which is high risk. It's high risk. I don't like trading against the daily. So even though I like how this looks, and there's a high chance it goes up, there really is. It goes against my risk management. My risk management says, Sammy, you can't go out after 10. Now, you can still go out after 10 and have fun, but my risk management says, Sammy, you can't go out after 10. You got to stay home, right? So, if the whole point I'm making a metaphor is when the daily is a little oversold, it's telling me it's too high risk for me personally. The younger me used to go at it, but now I'm just like, why take the risk if I don't need it? 600 people watching. Got to get them likes coming in. Everyone keep hitting that like button. This is a different stream. You've never seen something like this every single day. I share my life. I share my passion. I share exactly every single thing, even how to rework your subconscious mind. If you think that's insane, it's not. I can teach you so many ways to rework your subconscious mind. See, when you become the age of 1 to 7 years old, your brain is in a bit of like a beta state. I can't, don't quote me on exactly the details, but it's in a state of message downloadization. Like you can begin to build your character in those ages. If you're around too many things that really could implement a lot of, some things that almost get programmed into you. You can program someone at a young age. It's very true. Now, it can be reworked, but we have to get to it in its certain stages. Now, right before you go to bed, as you're starting to fall asleep, the brain slips into what's called a theta state, if I'm correct. And in theta, you're able to rework the subconscious mind. Now, when you're awake, you're not in theta, and you can't access the subconscious mind. You have to access it certain places in time. This is how hypnosis works, okay? So you can hypnotize yourself to become great. You can hypnotize yourself to become someone different. You can hypnotize yourself. Like say you were constantly failing. You keep like, I keep failing. I'm a loser. I never win. What am I doing? You can hypnotize yourself to become a winner. And how do you do that? Well, I even did it. Late at night, you find these positive affirmation videos. I am great. Good things are coming to me. Money flows to me. I love money. Money loves me. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with loving money. There's nothing wrong with success. I'm a beautiful individual with beautiful gifts. My gifts will bring me more wealth. I will give my wealth to others. I will change the world. I am a beautiful person. Everyone around me is special. I am full of love and I live in love. And, you play these. They last 8 hours long and you put them on headphones and you go to sleep. They even have ones that are affirmations of where you want to go in life, how you want to get there. You write down the amount of money you want to make that year. You play these videos every night. I'm telling you, after 30 days, something will change in the brain. And I reworked my subconscious mind, and I did that. I did meditation. I did therapy. But I really got to the place that was blocking me because I was living a life that I didn't understand. I wanted to do things and I couldn't do them. And it was getting in the way. All right. So, and what's funny is we had 633 people watching. The watchers dropped down. For whatever reason, people are understanding. They're like, I don't want to hear the subconscious mind stuff. I'm telling you right now, it's the most powerful tool that I'm going to teach you. Besides trading, I'm going to teach you how to rework your subconscious mind. And I'm telling you right now, you'll be able to, this world will become a video game to you. You won't struggle to make $5-10 million a year. You'll be able to use your talents like this, and things will just come into your life. And you'll be like, no, that's baloney. I'm telling you right now. I also believe in God, and I believe God has a huge part in the transformation, but it's up to you. So yield guild games, possible move to the upside, high risk on that daily. High risk on that daily. So, but low, there is a chance you get a move. It's crazy. It has all the bells and whistles for a bit of a move, but it is high risk on that daily time frame. I gotta say, it even has hidden bullish on the 4 hour, doesn't it? Kind of almost has a bit of hidden bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. Tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. When you take this risk, you're taking a risk against the daily time frame. However, I've seen both play out. I've seen it dump and I've seen it pump. So both can happen. Positive affirmation is how I beat my catnip addiction. Unbelievable. Catnip, huh? Let's take a look at ICP. ICP on the radar. Nefarious coin. No, we'll see. It got a bad rap and got pummeled all the way to the ground. Is it double bottoming here? Is this it? Is ICP doing the render? Now, one thing I will teach you is, look, tight moving averages, you tend to gravitate up towards the 200 simple. We talk about this and we show you it happened a lot. However, that daily's a little spent, and we're at a resistance point here where we previously had a bounce, resistance, and we're in a bit of a rising wedge. Let's take a look at ICP here. Just like Bitcoin, and look, it fell out of the wedge, came back in, fell out of the wedge again, but it's bouncing off this bottom. You can say, see how it's using this trend line? So now it's kind of caught. I did something that I never thought about before. What if it's a symmetrical triangle backwards? This is nuts. I'd never thought about this before. What if it does a backward symmetrical triangle? Isn't that interesting? And then the length of the pole, which would be out, right? That's good. I'm being crazy, but I just never thought about it like that. Have we bottomed? DK Grim. I mean, I would never say we did or didn't, but I did buy a whole Bitcoin at 19,282. And based on a lot of indicators that I use, like 5 main indicators that I use, I have to say I believe there's a 90% chance that we did bottom. I do. And again, I could be wrong. We could go to 10K, so I'm keeping money down in case we go to 10K. I also have limit orders layered from 7,000, 9,000, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17,000. So in case it goes down there, I have the orders waiting on the order book, so I'll catch them. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I honestly don't know. I have no clue if we bottomed or not. I have no idea. I don't use the word I think, I believe, or on this channel. Like all the other YouTubers say I think and all that stuff. You're not going to hear me say I think Bitcoin's going here. I think Bitcoin's going to go up tomorrow. I think Bitcoin's going down. I think... No. What does the chart convey? 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 So I don't know if we have bottomed or not. I have no clue. But I did use my indicators, and they were screaming when I saw weekly bullish divergence that it was a pretty good time to purchase BTC, so I did. Now, it could be a black swan event. The economy could completely go somewhere crazy. But honestly, I call the reversal on the S&P as well, and we're going to look at that. So, so far, things are somewhat okay. You know what I mean? We bounced off of some really low areas. We got to stay above some other bigger areas, but so far, things are okay. If Bitcoin, look, the number one main thing is we're going to talk about too is this 4-hour time frame. And Bitcoin just staying above the 200 simple on the 4-hour. As long as Bitcoin stays above this yellow line here, we are golden. Like, there's really no worries. There's even a chance we're still inside this pattern and we didn't leave it. You see? We could be in something like this. And we could actually be going parabolic for a big run to the upside. This thing could break out huge. So I'm open-minded, and that's what keeps me in the game, my open-mindedness. So we're going to get back to Bitcoin. I'm not done yet, but let's flip to ICP. So ICP coming down. Now, this is breaking the 200 simple here on the 4-hour, which is a bearish tone when you fall below that. You don't want to see that too much. So there's a chance if ICP goes back inside this pattern, it's going to break back down likely to the bottom of the pattern, or at least to this area of support. So it's got to get a bounce back up to this upside here and stay above this line at 523. So if in the next couple days I see ICP 541 and holding above this resistance, there's a chance it can start to make this bigger move out of this giant falling wedge to the upside, right? And this is the measured move for ICP. And we're looking for something like this, an ICP back at least to that big boy resistance area and do about $9.71. I mean, that's a pretty double bottom. We've seen this many times, but there's no guarantees. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart might have a little bit of something hiding for us or convey some message. 3-day chart's a little spent and curving, telling me that ICP actually may go lower. There's a chance that we, maybe we even didn't break out. Like, could you do this on the ICP and say you're still technically still in this and you're going to drop to the downside? So I'm seeing some bearishness for ICP right now. Send in your super chats for deep dives. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Okay. I would love for more downward action, but I'm ready for either outcome. Hey, love you, Sam. Thank you for your confidence and knowledge. Crypto Sam, God bless you. Thank you for having the same name as me. Bartholomew J. Smurvington, JF, a proper takes Oz from where they should be and puts them where they don't belong. All day long, baby. Ben revealed that SBF fudded and tanked ICP and AXI, so many people now take another look, knowing that. Exactly. AGIX lifting off. Ooh, is it really? Singularity.net. Oh my gosh. Look at it on the 3-day. The 3-day says I'm going to just go on an absolute tear. Look at that. 3-day chart's like, dude, I'm loving life right now. Wow, that thing just mooned in the last 3 days. Could it continue higher is the question. I mean, the 3-day suggested it can. I wouldn't touch it. I would flag it out on the 4-hour time frame. But wow, I mean, the 3-day suggests that that party has not stopped. And look, you're about to get a golden cross on the 4-hour time frame. You just got back above the 200 simple on the 4-hour. That thing could continue to the upside for sure. AGIX, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it somewhere at 8 cents in the near future. Interesting. Honestly, I'm under the terms that I don't see a crash coming as well, and I'll tell you why I don't believe there's a crash coming. Look at Mask. Mask popped out for a little bit of gains, stayed tight in the channel, but this thing is just getting tighter and tighter, getting ready for its tightness, getting tighter and tighter in the tightness over here. Look at that Mask, and it really didn't care about Bitcoin's little dippy doodah. It really didn't. Still a strong coin on the radar. I'm still a proponent of this trade. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do. I'm personally in the trade. So those are my bags. I'm in the trade personally, just to make it clear. Tight moving averages, 200 simple, moving through the outside of the outlier of the pattern. 4-hour wants to make a bit of a move. Daily's not in your favor. 22-hour could flip on you. So we're watching this interesting occurrence here, and anything could happen. I'm taking a gamble against that daily based on the 22, the 4-hour, and the 1-hour time frame. I like my odds on this trade. I like how it's holding against Bitcoin. It is a Sunday night. I usually do not trade. I did say I don't trade, but this trade I actually am in. I have to be honest. So I am in Mask. All right. I'm a habitual trader, so even when I say I'm not going to trade, I eventually trade. It's out of control. You know what I mean? Shout out to APV. Dropped a $100 super chat. Honestly, I have trouble finding the right words. It may be hard to believe, but I started with zero knowledge in TA. I didn't even know what it stood for at the beginning of this year. I'm serious. I had invested in crypto back in 2019. Not much, but enough to have made a significant amount of money. At the time, all I knew was to hodl. That was not enough. I saw my big pump, and I thought it would continue to do so, but it did not. We entered a bear market. I was practically back to square one. I decided something about it and informed myself on how the markets work. I was on BitBoy's channel every day. Practically, eventually came across this amazing man by the name of Sam Price. From there, I started watching the Lifer channel every day. The positive energy the Lifer fam made it a place where I wanted to be. So I decided to join the 99. I was in the learning library every day, learning something new every day. His method of training is very simple, and it made it easy for me to pick up on. Everything just made sense. I tried using other indicators and watch other YouTubers do their thing, but nothing worked and gave results like the Lifer did. Nothing, not even close. Well, I've been following his method since, and I've made crazy amounts over the past week alone. More than I would make at my regular 9 to 5. You've changed my life, Sam. You have opened up a new door for me, and I'm ready to walk past it. I'm excited to be here, and I'm blessed to be here and be part of this beautiful group. Words cannot explain what I feel. As the saying goes, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's exactly what you've done, and you've taught me how to pay myself. I can become my own boss with the hard work, dedication, and the Lifer method. It is very possible. Thank you, Sam. Thank you very much. May God bless you and yours. May your light continue to burn bright. Need I say more? Let the gains do the talking, man. God bless you, man. That was one of the nicest testimonials I've ever got in my life. People pour their hearts out to me. It's amazing. So thank you, dear Lord. Thank you, dear Lord, for the blessings of sending these amazing people into my life. I have so much gratitude for it. It brings me so much joy. Honestly, I'm telling everybody right now, you could be a real estate agent and sell a house for millions of dollars. You could be, you could do a bunch of stuff, and you could make a billion. You make 100 million. But I have to be honest, man. Something I got that I know most people throughout the world, like, a couple of my friends, they're multimillionaires, but man, I got these. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people's life stories reaching out to me, telling me how much I helped them, telling me how much I changed their lives, telling me what I did. Like, yo, no money can buy this. And no channel has the testimonials like we have. I'm telling you, you can sit here for days. I could write a book on it. It goes on and on and on and on. This guy's a general manager at a construction company. He works 60 hours. I've been working 6 days. He joined, whatever. I could read them all over and over again, but said he'll pay the 99 indefinitely. Here's a look at the day-to-day and what he find. I mean, this guy made $4,200 in bond. This guy made $1,600. The subscription cost $99. He made like $6,000. Look, he joined the 99 on the 7th of July, right? The 18th of July. On the 19th, he made $2,600. The next day, he joined the group. Oh, he got in at 26. He sold at 42. Oh yeah, so he made $1,600. The second day in the group, after 2 days, he made $1,500. And he shows you the trades. He's like, it cost me $99. Like, anyway, so the testimonials blow me away. I cannot believe them. And they're free. You can go access them for free. Just hit my server and just spend some time reading these. I'm telling you, they will blow your mind. I've been watching Life here for 3 months. I joined the 99 group on June 13th and started a portfolio with 200. Currently, it's worth 926. No leverage, just 3 on 3 outs. It's only been 5 weeks since joining, and I've already learned so much. I'm doing my own charts and making my own measured moves. I work full-time and trade in my free time. I study every single day, 7 days a week. I'll be firing my boss as soon as possible. Thank you, Crypto Life, for much love. You can't buy those. You can't buy those, You built it and we came. Shout out to Love Learning. Don't make me cry when you do that. You don't make me cry and you make me think of Wayne's World. Build it and they'll come, Wayne. Wayne's World, party on. Shout out to Gina Bombina, CNC Ireland. Love learning. All my beautiful moderators that come to the live stream every single day, tirelessly supporting the lifer. I don't know how you do it. You people are amazing. DJ Porter Rock in the house. Shout out to my team behind the scenes. Also breaking it down all the time. So I still like Mask. I'm not over it yet. I'm not over Mask. It's still holding me down. The whole market seemed to have kind of took a bit of a dupe, but everything seemed okay for Mask still holding. That can kind of tell you what's hot and what's not, right? And right, we went to CoinMarketCap, see what's holding. Litecoin still holding up 1%, 3 points. In the last hour, Litecoin still moving. Chile still moving. And MATIC still holding its own, right? So let's take a look. I mean, in my mind, could have just been a quick little liquidation short squeeze. Let's take a look at Bookmap and look at the liquidity. And we're going to jump into ES1. We got to look at what the ES1 futures look. Look at that green candle already coming up on the weekly, though. Weekly candle already showing signs of life here. And honestly, 20,900, that's huge. Like, the fact that we're just right below 21K, like, this is huge. Like, it's like, I don't know why everyone goes so scared so fast. You know what I mean? But I like to play on the emotions. That's why today it says red wave coming. Red wave coming. But you never know. You know what I mean? Is there red wave coming for Bitcoin? You never know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. Algo held strong all week. I wait till the big crash here soon. Interesting. It was probably people front-running Twitter. CZ and SBF beef. Stacking my Bitcoin bags. Can we see Shiba Inu? God bless. God, America hope so. Oh, man. Fine line between positivity and outright arrogance. Really? I don't know. I find anyone that calls me arrogant is usually a very low self-esteem, insecure person, honestly. Anyone that really believes in themselves and has a lot of love in their heart knows that I live in love, and everything I speak on is a high love frequency, and I'm just pushing love. And love is the number one thing in my mind and my heart and soul. And if you're not with that, then I just can't vibe with you. I can't connect with you. So if you call me arrogant, you're just being, I find it strange. So I can't connect with that behavior. I just can't. I don't see negative energy anymore. I really don't. Now, I know if you're coming at me, from behind, like, I'm not saying I can't. I know there's negative things could happen, and I protect myself. But the point of the story is I do not let negative energies around me I don't let them into me. I don't let them talk to me, and I cut them off as soon as possible. If someone's negative, I just move on. Like, I don't have time for it. I have time for positive people that want to work with me, and everyone else I don't have time for. Think about it. I have 800 students every day that are trying to learn. There's 800 people that are always that I could DM, that I could talk to, that I could reach out to, that I could have a session with. There's so many people that I could build with every single day. So I have no time for a hater because I got so much love in my life and so many people willing to love me. And because of that, I don't even see the negativity. Can you look at GALA on your long-term thoughts? Interesting. Crypto Sam. GALA, long-term thoughts on GALA? We'd have to look at GALA big time for sure. So look, can Bitcoin stay inside the zone? Can it bounce back up out of here? To me, no, it fell back below. I want to see it break back in. But my idea is this. Bring this right to there. I mean, this is a range. Resistance, 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 bounce. So there's a chance you hold 20,009, 20,800, right? That area. We wick to about what? Probably the 8, right? 20,847. And it's always the 8s, isn't it? Like I talk about. Now look, the 4-hour even looks like it could bend bullish to the upside. And also, I was showing this. There's hidden bullish divergence in the 4-hour time frame now. I guess not. No. It's almost, it's a little bit. It's like Class C. It's Class C. It's got some slight hidden bullish. The 1-hour had the hidden, right? The 1-hour actually still has hidden bullish because that's a swing up to swing up. But this is a swing down. So the 1-hour has hidden bullish confirmed. All right? I'm just saying. All right? That's definitely hidden bullish divergence. Say it's not. Clear as day. That's your swing low to that's your swing low. That's an uptrend. That tells me we'll make a higher than the previous high. And this is just a short squeeze. I mean, a long squeeze. We're about to bounce right back up. I could see a V-shaped recovery right back up. Matter of fact, I believe we bounce back inside the pattern. This pattern breaks out. And so I know it doesn't seem right, but it's a Sunday night, and I would believe we're into some crazy, and I could see that we're into some crazy volatility. Here's the move of the poll here. And that could swing to the upside, all right? Your measured move would take you to 22,385, 22,400 area. This could happen. Let's see if Bitcoin can break back in. The 1-hour and the 4-hour are both pretty bullish to me. But again, we'd have to get back above this. We'd have to get above this point of control. If the bulls can't get above this zone, expect more downside. So if you see us trying to make a move and we fight, we can't get above the point of control, 21,300, and we come down here for a bearish retest and then short the market. And then this wedge can still make it back all the way to the beginning of the wedge at 20,030. It got close. We got some buyers coming in here. The Asian market decided that was a good price for BTC, and my 19,282 buy is still holding strong. Who here thinks my 19,280 buy was a good look? I like to see this. Who here thinks my Bitcoin buy at 19,282, my whole Bitcoin buy we'll call it, because that's like, my whole Bitcoin buy at 19,282 was a good look. Who here thinks my whole Bitcoin buy at 19,282 was a good look? Let me know. Not wealthy enough to answer yet. ETH Layer 1 ERC20 tokens is where I live most of the time. Which blockchain do you use to transfer capital between exchanges? US Tether, yep. Tron, me too. XLM to save fees, yeah. TRC20, yep, me too. Algorand is great, super fast and cheap. Interesting. Replying to Crypto Lifer. He thinks I love these guys. I can't. Excuse me. Jeez. Anyway. So we went over the my idea, my trade of the night, Mask. Hottest coin on my radar in my mind. I could be wrong. You never know. And can Bitcoin V-shape recovery back to the upside here and not continue to dump? That's the question. Right now, it suggests that the 1-hour time frame does want to bounce back to the upside. We're going to try to confirm this with some liquidity on Bookmap and see what we see. And we'll take a look at that. Everybody, I teach class every single day. I see a bunch of people signed up to class today. Smart idea. Look, when I started this, I had no idea what divergence was. If no one sat down and showed me divergence, I never would have figured it out on my own. Divergence is not something one day you're going to be like, I'm just going to grab this random indicator, the RSI, and I'm just going to look at the price, and I'm going to find out that the price and the RSI are different. And you know what? That's going to teach me something, and I'm going to learn that that's a movement. I mean, it's almost so hard to see for the naked eye, even if you backtest it for like a long time, to really understand what's happening. And divergence is so key. So on not understanding your divergences will change your, like, could really, really be detrimental for you for the rest of your life. I'm telling you. And think about it. Only 0.00001% of the world knows what divergences are. So if you want to be in the top 1%, if you want to pay the highest tax bracket, right, which is 37%, you want to be in the highest tax bracket, you want to make over $400,000 a year, then you're going to want to take this course because nobody knows this in the world. And to be in the highest tax bracket, you're going to want to know information that nobody knows. Think about it. If everybody knew this, then everybody would be rich, right? So jump into my class. It's Tuesdays from 3 to 5:30. Stop playing games. I've been doing this every single day. You see me on the live. I never take a day off. What are you waiting for? Invest in yourself like I did. Get yourself going. And I give it to you way less expensive than I had to pay for it. And with even more insight that I gained. It's a win-win. It's $60 if you join the trading group. It's $100 if you don't join the trading group. I also give you a deal, $330 if you join the trading group for 3 months. And you could get the course thrown in there for $330. You can pay in PayPal or in cryptocurrency whenever you would like. Okay, so moving forward, Bitcoin. At the end of the day, I believe, it looks likely that we will get a bounce back to the upside. I'd like to see it make its move back inside this pattern. So I moved that line there. I don't want to do that. I want to make a move back inside the pattern. If it comes all the way up here and it gets rejected, and we see some type of M, some type of bear flag, it's likely we dump to the downside, okay? And we'll know. Bitcoin will show us. Smaller time frames will begin to develop, little kind of messages that will show us like a continuation pattern, a falling out pattern. So far, it's a bit of a shoulder head, maybe a right shoulder. That is a rising wedge, though. See that? That may break down. Can we double bottom off the area is the question. Okay. But now we have a resistance too. You could kind of say we have a resistance here at 21K. So here's the deal. Bulls must break back above 21,000 to remain bullish. If we can't break, if we don't get a 4-hour candle to close, which is in 1 hour and 51 minutes, we really need a 4-hour candle to close above 21,000. We just got above it there as speak of the devil, right? So we need a candle to close above 21,000. We're going to look at the liquidity here on the order books, and we see we got a short squeeze cooking. Interesting. A short squeeze cooking right now. And what is this? This is Bookmap. It's showing me where the liquidity is. All right, I'm going to take myself off the screen for a second. I usually forget to bring myself back, so remind me if I do. But look, what we're looking at is all the orders on the order book. I find this fascinating. I love looking at it. A big order is a big green order. Someone buys is a big green ball. Someone sells a big red ball. Simple, right? So big buys, big sells, small sells, small buys. Now, when someone says, hey, I would like, say someone jumps on the order book right now and is like, I want to buy Bitcoin at 20,800 and I want to buy 600 of them. So this guy just put an order for 663 Bitcoin at 20,800. So if the whales want to start buying large amounts of Bitcoin, it tells me where their bottom area is, at least temporarily. And it's telling me that they believe we're going to go higher because why would they want to load up so much Bitcoin at 20,008, 20,009? Also, you can see there's more liquidity at 21,100, 21,150. And a lot of times we go and gravitate towards the orders that have the most liquidity, like where the fattest orders are. So when we look at this, we can see that Bitcoin kind of wants to travel up a little bit into this yellow and green zone. And you can see it's happening right now. And what are these little lines? These are people actually getting liquidated right now on the Binance Futures Exchange. Someone just got liquidated for $2,000. They lost all their money. They shorted at the wrong time. They were too high. They probably had 100x leverage, and they got liquidated. Another thing you want to look at is where all the liquidation levels are. So you double click here, and I've got a great indicator. You go to like the 15-minute chart. And right now we're going to look at where all the 100x leveraged people are. This is really cool. I can teach you so much that will blow your mind, more than just TA. That's why you should come to this channel, nowhere else. But anyway, do whatever makes you happy. I don't want to be the information Nazi. So take a look here. And if we look closely, you're going to see these are the 100x, these are the 50x, these are the 25x, people who are shorting the market down. These are people doing 100x, right? 50x and 25x that are long the market up. They're pretty even right now. They could kind of go either way. It does seem a little thicker down here, so you would think they might come all the way down and scoop 20,400 before we move our way back up because there's just so much more liquidity in these areas. It's pretty well balanced though, but and it seems like they kind of already went down and got a bunch of these people too. Did they get enough is the question. So this is interesting. And this is showing me the liquidation levels. All right. And you can go here and set them. Look, 100X is yellow, gray, right? And you can see your colors. You can show it. Show statistical price per label after points. And yeah, you can even change your threshold by the millions. Okay. Interesting. So pretty even. Sometimes you get a little bit of a sway one way or the other, but it's pretty even. Okay. One thing that I'm calling out right now that a lot of people are not is the fact that we're in this, falling wedge that broke to the upside. To me, this is the measured move and should take us all the way to about 25K again. All right. Now, the Stokes are getting a little overbought, but what I did show everyone is the anomaly on the Stokes. And let me show you stochastics anomalies that you'll never see on also another. I've watched so many YouTubers and I have like kind of a photographic memory and I remember like 90% of the things that I hear and read. So I've watched like probably every YouTuber you watch. And I generally like who I like and like who I don't. And I stopped watching them all because once you get your own TA really spot on, you don't really watch anyone else because you get in the zone, you get in a pocket. And anyone else will really get in the way of your own TA. So you stop, like, you'll get heavily focused. That's where I'll eventually bring you. You won't need me anymore. You'll be in your own pocket. It's sad, but, you can always join the group and help others learn. See, that's the key. Once you become a self-sufficient millionaire, you may just spend $99 a month with me to just help others because you loved how it helped you. And that's kind of another key to my group. We have a lot of people that make something of themselves and they just want to stay in the group and make it happen. All right. So look, the 21 never really did cross the 200 simple. It's not supposed to happen on the weekly for Bitcoin. It's something that's a little sketchy. We have never really seen it. That's definitely an anomaly right there that we have to pay attention to. However, we never really see bullish divergence either. That's also an anomaly, something we never really see. So we got to heed that as well. When you see bullish divergence on the weekly, it's highly likely you're going to get a bit of a move. It says that you will make a high higher than this previous high. That's what it says. Will we do it? There's no guarantees, but that's what it says. That's the main reason I longed Bitcoin the way I did, based off this scenario. All right. Another thing that I want to talk about is the daily here. We're getting very close to Bitcoin getting back above the 200 simple on the daily. If we get back above this is going to be a big sign. Also, remember me showing everybody tight moving averages, the daily is this, the 200 is away. Price likes to gap right up to there. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin had a huge move somewhere into this zone. Can't tell exactly because it deals with it, but it looks like, and I can show you like 4 scenarios of this happening. Actually, what I'll do is I'll juxtapose the chart for you, and I'm going to show you a beautiful example of this exact same thing happening. And what I want you to understand is price action really doesn't care about the chart or the asset. It actually can happen on any, it's the scenario that it looks. Ooh, look at the short squeeze happening for Bitcoin, baby. Woo! And Bitcoin getting a major pump to the upside. 100,000 just got liquidated. Wow, the volatility on a Sunday night coming back up, and Bitcoin is ripping back up as suggested into the pattern. Let me get away from this and kind of flip back into my S&P mode here. Bitcoin is doing that V-shaped recovery right back to the upside as suggested. How do I know? I've seen these many times. These are V-shaped recoveries. And what they can look like is they can end up looking like giant inverted head and shoulders too as well, which could even give us a nice move back to the upside. This also provides what's called a measured move from the neckline to the head, which could then propel us, to the top of this channel as we suggested could happen. So far, so good for Bitcoin. We didn't freak out. Didn't panic sell, boom, boom, boom. Mass stayed okay. Trades that were, stayed sharp. And things tended to bounce back. So far, so good. We're getting more of a short squeeze. This is why you want Bookmap in your trading repertoire. You really need it. And this is why you want to see my face back bouncing into the charts. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate you all. All right. I do, more than you would ever know. I would never have a show without each and every one of you being here. And how is that conceited? To be so humble to believe that, like, you got nothing without everybody else. Like, I just don't, whatever. People like to take one thing you say and then pick apart who you are instead of watching everything you say and getting a kind of a general feel of yourself. They're like, what, I'm going to pick this one thing and just, what? I'm going to love everybody on this live. I'm going to love everybody. I love you all. See, I decided I'm going to stop and just talk about love. Every time I go one way, I'm going to be like, Sam, live in love. It feels good to give. Always be nice. Be slow to anger. Be quick to love. You know what I mean? quick to listen, be slow to speak, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. You know what I mean? And you'll have a beautiful life. Live in patience. Cumulative volume delta, those shorts just got absolutely squeezed to the upside. People playing games on a Sunday night. And I tell everyone, the volatility is insane. You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. Be careful trading Sunday night into Monday morning. Be careful. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. This is Bookmap, though. The beautiful people at Bookmap found me. They said, you're an anomaly. They said, we watched you for the last 4 months, and we've never seen a more accurate guy. They said, we love it. We said, we want to be associated with your brand and your style. And I said, I would love to do that. And so we reached out. We created a partnership. We penned a deal. And now I'm riding with Bookmap, affiliated with them, and they're my people. So shout out to Bookmap. Shout out to Sachi. Shout out to CEO. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to the whole team, Bruce Pringle. I love y'all over there. I really do. I really like being associated with an honorable, good group of people. There's so much garbage in the space, I have to say. And I absolutely love Bookmap. And I don't go that hard for any other product or any other thing except my own products. So I like Bookmap. I like the people there. I like the way they treated me. And I'm going to continue to treat them with love and respect. So I like Bookmap. If you want Bookmap, the link is in the description below. Jump on in. And you won't get a better deal, Global Plus, anywhere else in the market. Get Bookmap today. Understand where liquidity is. Understand where the orders are. Follow the shorts getting squeezed. That way you won't be one of these people getting liquidated. You'll watch them get liquidated instead. All right? As Bitcoin hits 21,050 and holds in the Binance Futures market. All right? Bouncing off the bottom of this channel, suggesting that it is 1, 2, boom, boom, and we are going to bounce right back up here. This bounce alone does suggest we will make it somewhere here, back to the top of the pattern at one point, and we may make that shoulder, that head, that right shoulder, and make a move on out. Just projecting the idea before I see it, because I've seen it thousands of times, and I watched thousands of hours of footage. Thousands of hours of footage. Well, it feels like footage, but it's just actual price action. Like we just saw that happen right now. We see so much real-time price action that you wouldn't believe here on this channel from just constant viewership. All right. Can you look at GALA and your long-term thoughts? CEEK TA, thank you for the $20 super chat from my man 55 time. Asking for CEEK TA. Thank you for Crypto Sam asking, can you look at GALA, your long-term thoughts? I want to make sure I don't miss any other super chats. $81.93 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Let's take a look at Blocktopia. All right, and let me look at and what happens is, see, we don't miss super chats. I'm sure it's happened here and there, but for the most part, 99.99% of super chats do get answered. That is something I can say with complete confidence. Thank you, Crypto Lifer. I kept Algorand and got Mask Network. Hey, man, do whatever makes you happy. I am not a financial advisor. The 1 hour wants to fly for Bitcoin. It really does. Careful, bear trap. I believe it could be a bear trap. Be careful, for sure. Let's take a look at Blocktopia. Blocktopia, baby, on the game. This is a great coin. Even Binance had a house there. You know what I mean? It seemed to be the place to be. And I was like, man, if I don't get enough Blocktopia. And we watched this thing do damage. We found it on KuCoin when it first came out. Nobody even knew about it. Blocktopia. So Blocktopia finally making a rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms do pay the bills. We had this one. We had a huge move. Could we get another huge move to the upside? It's almost a giant double bottom. All right. Let's take a look at our daily. Let's hope we get that same thing going on. Look, I mean, this is that thing we played before. Tight moving averages. Price likes to gravitate right up. Right? Oh, yeah. So let me finish what I was doing here. My split screen, and then it got... No. All right. So I'll change this to BTC, USDT. Watch this. This will blow your mind. I'm going to give you some deep insight. And when my mind works like this, take advantage of it because my mind's super creative. It works super fast. Take advantage of my brain. I'm telling you right now. So look, what I'm talking about is when the moving averages get really tight, price action likes to pump away from them and gravitate towards the 21-day moving average. This is happening right now for Bitcoin on the daily. I could see it continue. We'll probably meet somewhere in the middle at 23,000, 22,000 area. Let's take a look at Render. Render just did this. And what I was explaining is it doesn't matter what coin it is. It'll do this. These things will happen on any coin, any time frame, right? I mean, not any time frame, but so look, Bitcoin looks a lot like if we go back in time, if we erase this, we come here and we erase this, or I guess, yep. But look, see the moving average is super tight? That's like being right here. And then we finally came up. We're kind of playing near the 21. And then price booms up towards the 200 simple. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin booms up to meet the 200 simple. This is I see this all the time, okay? And someone just asked about Blocktopia, right? So we could flip over to Block. Now, this is a really fun way to make some money. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this could be a fun way to make money because this is a simple tool that kind of plays out many times. So this could have, so you have your tight moving averages, you're going to gravitate up towards the 200 simple. And you're going to sell somewhere when you come near or touch the 200 simple. And you can even put an alert on the 200 simple, I believe. And you can be like, when price action hits the 200 simple, I'll get an alert. See? And so just like Render gravitated towards the 200 simple here, and it boomed up, so Blocktopia can do the same. It's in the same scenario. It looks a lot like it. You get your bottom, you get your other bottom, right? You came up in the middle. So it's very interesting. So yes, I could see Block making a move somewhere up to 4.7, in this area here. And that's about a 35% gain, somewhere like that. I'd be watching Block closely. I just gave you some special sauce that you may never see again. Super chat, CEEK VR. Let's take a look at CEEK. CEEK VR on KuCoin. All right. So look, I like CEEK here a while back. Did not play out, lost that level, and continued to bleed on out like a lot of coins. They just got sold and sold until it made a new double bottom again. Now, CEEK doesn't even have enough gas for the daily to have a 200 simple, but it's doing a simple thing here. Will gravitate up to the 200 simple again. And again, I teach this because it's the same thing that happens when you're pumping to the upside and price is too high. It has to dump back down to the 200 simple. To me, CEEK just doesn't have the volume. Like, see how these candles aren't thin, how so thin, and they're just made up of a lot of wicks? Tells me it's just a lot of people jumping in and out, grabbing, hoping to buy the bottom area. Now, I could see it out of nowhere, like, pump and dump group, get a handle of it, something huge happens. It is a bit of a double bottom, and it's forming, but this is high-risk stuff. You got to really, I don't like to buy into a project this low unless I really, truly believe in it. CEEK VR isn't my thing, personally. It may be for you, though. Like, you may have spent 15 hours researching it, another 13, you may have 50 hours. You may love this. You may know the project owner, the developer. This may be your whole thing. It's not for me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't touch it till it got above this point of control. And even then, you see this heavy resistance here for CEEK VR here and here. So it could be the bottoms. There's a chance, and you're buying the beautiful bottom of CEEK VR. But it's high risk for me. I'd like to see it get back above this area here before I really started to think about it. Because that would show me that it was showing some signs of life. I'd like to see it spike, dump, and then get a move, and then I know it has some solidity there, The 20,900 is the 111 DMA. When it's above the average, we are in a steady uptrend. As long as it stays above this, it stays in trend. Interesting. The 111 DMA. Well, let's take a look. Never heard of a DMA. What is a DMA? Let's see. The DMA. Let's look. And let's get this length 111. Okay, source, offset, close, yeah. Got to be on the daily or something. And there he goes. He says, once you're above it, that's trend. Interesting. I got another trend watch trick that I could teach y'all. I see what you're saying. You break above it, you go. I think it works good on the 4 hour. Yeah, so once you break that, you short it. Funny, you got another. I got a similar one to these. I actually never showed this. I'm going to show you something I've never showed you before. I'm going to teach you how to do a simple little quick trick here. Go to, you're going to put in the 200 MA and the 200 EMA. Then you're also going to put in the 50 MA. All right. And we're going to see is when the 50 MA likes to cross these two moving averages, you have a huge move to the upside. Look at this. See when the 50 comes and crosses? And then you're also going to see is you want to see the EMA cross above the simple. So when the exponential 200 moves above, and look at that huge spike that comes out of that. Look at what happens here again. We get tight, but the 50 moves across. Now this is above, and boom. But it's all about the price getting above the 50. And look what happens. It happens a lot. And so someone told me institutions trade like this. And he told me this. And so look, see, your price is low. It gets above the 50, gone. It's low. It gets above the 50, gone. It's low. It gets above the 50, gone. It's low, it gets above the 50, gone. This is a cool little trick. You know what I mean? Cool little trick. What other thing I got for you? What is it? Trend watch. Yeah. Where's my trend watch? Trend watch. Where's trend watch? Trend watch is pretty nifty too. Okay. Trend watch is the 144 weighted moving average. You called it the 111. I call it the 144. I call it weighted. You called it a DMA. I call it a weighted VMA. Check this out. All right. Works very well on the 4-hour time frame. Same thing that you just showed me. Very similar scenario here. I know way more things that I even tell everybody on this live. Like, I got 1,000 tips and tricks. Anyway, so look, once you get above the weighted moving average, you're gone, baby. You're gone. Once you fall below it, short the sucker. Once you get above it, you're gone, baby. You're gone. Are we above it again yet? We are. And so when you get above this thing, Bitcoin likes to rip. Look at when we got above it last time. Nice uptrend. So again, like my man said, the trend is confirmed as well for me with my weighted moving average on the 111, on the 144 weighted. So yeah. And then you can also slap on this simple, which is a 5 simple. And it's when the 5 crosses it. You'll see. But the 5 is really just price action. But, you know, if you took away price action, you'll see it's when this crosses over. That's a buy signal right there. All right. Never showed this on the live stream before because you think you know everything I know? Please. Please. You think I give everything away? People, you haven't even scratched the surface, man. This ain't Jordan Cameron. I'm sorry. I love him, man, but this ain't, come on, man. I've been trading for 20 years, now 15, but you know, since I was 24 really is when I first started getting in. I'm 25 years, I'm 39, turning 40 on 16 years. Dude, you spot so many things in the charts over the years and ideas, and it's like a tool in your tool bag. When you come across a price action, you use tools you've seen in the years of charting. Exactly. And that's why, like, when people try to, like, they think they know, but they don't know, man. It's like, man, you'll know once you know. You'll put in so much time, like, you'll be where I'm at. It'll get there. Dude, I just saw a huge super chat. 103 and 33. Hold up. Crypto Lifer, respect you greatly. Boom, 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 boom. D for Andy, man. You're amazing. I can't believe you did that. Yeah, no, I always misspell, right? Gressley. Of course, I was supposed to put an A there. I can't believe that. Why are you blessing me with 103 pound and 33? Like, why are you people so nice to me? $199 in chat revenue again. Last night, $200 in chat revenue. Tonight, another $200 in chat revenue. You people are so good to me. It's insanity. Like, I'm just going to keep being good to you because it keeps working. So, thank you so much, Laura. I'm so blessed. I'm pretty sure it's you, Laura, even though it says Miss Jackson. But Miss Jackson, thank you so much for the love. Boom, de boom, de boom, de D for Andy. You're amazing. You're amazing. See, what comes around, what goes around comes around. I give something back, and it seems to, I keep giving, and it just keeps coming right back to me. I'm like, dude, I gave it away, coming back. Gave it away, coming back. You know what I mean? I went to breakfast the other day, $50. I gave the waitress 100. You know, and I'm not supposed to say that, right? But I did. You know what I mean? Next thing I know, you guys sending me $100 on the chat the next night. So I go out to another restaurant the next day, right? And the bill is like $60, and I leave $100 again. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, yo, that waitress works hard. Hit it with the 40, hit it with the 50, and y'all just bang, bang, bang. Like, so every time y'all tip me, I take it as God's karma that I have to go tip somebody out in the real world. And so this has just been a real, and so I keep trying to out tip y'all, and y'all just keep sending it back. And so I just keep going out and just throwing it out there, and like, dude, it's like literally like the windshield just blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, so I'm convinced now, the more you give, the more you get. It feels good to give. There's something going on with it, and anyone that understands the concept that has done it probably understands exactly what I'm talking about. But it's insane. It's absolutely insane. You need your car washed? You're funny, man. So anyway, so we went over a bunch of key concepts tonight. Sometimes it may not all be about the coin or the action or the one or that it. And I like Mask a lot. I really do. I really do. We got to look at ES1. Let's break it down. Bartholomew Smurfington, it's good, but Lifer is the best. I came for the hybrid, but I wasn't ready for it. Give out to the world the positive energy, and you'll receive it back every single time, man. You're the man. No, you're the man. You're the man. Laura, you're always changing your name. She's funny, man. She's got to stay low-key, man. She really does. On the low. You never know. Look at MATIC going nuts. You get back what you give. Lifer, karma is real. It really is, man. Every single time. Every single time. Your whole Bitcoin buy was a good look. What do people say? Let's see what people said. Oh, my God. My screen just turned black. Freaked me out. My heart just raced. I almost passed out. Who here thinks my whole Bitcoin buy at 19,282 was a good look? That's an awesome buy. It's almost 800 less than 20,000. 20,000 is a number people will look at and cry they didn't buy under. You knocked it out the park, like always, Sam. Crypto Skriller, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Looking good to me. I'm about 9.9 away from being a whole coiner myself. Don't laugh. Hey, man, that's awesome. Keep moving, dude. You're not that far away. I bought with you after hours, my man. Epic buy. You'll reap the gains, baby. The gains. Crypto Lifer. Also, I really can't even chat for some reason on your stream. It's been happening a long time, which makes me a little sad. Okay, we'll find out. Maybe you got removed one day accidentally. It could have been an accident. We'll find out what's going on. Email cryptolifers@gmail if you want. My wife is like, another email, Sam. I get booted from the trading group this morning, but don't know why. Crypto Lifer. Email my team at cryptolifers@gmail immediately, or DM an admin if you can. Email my team if you get kicked out of the group or something happens. Great buy, especially in the long run. Thank you. Funny, he said that in there. That's a good place to respond, right? It gets read on the live. It's not bad. At 19K, you will buy more here soon. Ooh, I hope not. Yes, it was a good look. Buying Bitcoin at these prices is a good idea. Laser eyes, Clint Eastwood, right? Look at that. It's all right. Sam, you know damn well it's a good look. These levers are the best buying prices, especially long-term holds, in my opinion. Shout out to everybody that answered. You people are awesome. Doge beginning to trend again. Doge beginning to trend. Mahomes and Doge. But Doge out-trending Mahomes by a lot. So, interesting. Every time there's a derail from Daily Crypto, a lot of you reading out right now because of the Doge. This guy's funny, man. Could Doge go to $1? The Dollar Doge Club. Sign up today. Let's take a look at MATIC. Someone said it's beaming. It was 115. If it's not over 120, then it's not beaming, but we'll take a look. Oh my God, it's beaming. I just said if it's not over 120, it's not a good look. I mean, that's a move. That's a move. That's a nice move to the upside. MATIC, baby. And look at the 4-hour time frame. I mean, this thing could get busy. It is. You could technically say it's in a flag, even though it's not your best looking flag. We could be somewhat conservative and say, all right, it's just this length of this pole here. But even then, that's a pretty good move for MATIC. That puts MATIC at 152. And you got to get this 4-hour candle to close above resistance, technically above 130 for MATIC. I hold bags of MATIC. So whenever MATIC moves like this is a good look for me. Long-term big old bags. Axie Infinity getting ready. You know, this 4-hour could just, what I believe is a big move is coming. But they didn't want everyone on the move with them. So they wanted to shred everybody first and then rip it to the upside. So I would watch these trades now and these flags. They could all rip back up. Just be careful. Okay? 27% gains. And this is Axie 3L could follow this for 100% gains. So just, you know, it is Sunday night into Monday morning. It's heavy volatile. But Bitcoin, I feel like, just did the dip, grabbed out who it could, and it's kind of getting ready for something big. So, is there a red wave coming? We're going to take a look at the ES1 futures right now to figure that out. Are there any super chats I'm missing? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. 627 people, 538 likes. Can I get the likes all the way up to the watches? 100 people still playing games with that like button. Jump on it today. I would greatly appreciate it. MATIC banging on them. MATIC straight cranking. Super chat CEEK. We did CEEK already. Thank you. Appreciate that, though. AGIX in the flag. Bitcoin. Dude, Axie Infinity, I believe, because everyone knew it got shorted by Sam. And now there's a, you know what I mean? Stinks that he has my name. Get your own name, bro. There's no liquidity down below for Doge. Like, no one wants to sell off Doge, right? Like, so let's take a look at what Doge is. I mean, that's a head and shoulder pattern, though. That's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, clear as day, right? And your daily's trying to round down out, but the 3 days beat. The 3 day says you're going to dump. I mean, the 3 day is pretty accurate. 3 day says be careful. That Doge could bounce all the way back down to like 7 cents before it wants to fly again. No guarantees, but 22-hour, my baby, my fun time frame is in a flag, right? The 3 day would just have to flip. I love the 22-hour. It's a more than not, when I trust it pays very, very well. Doge is trending, and we're going to start another Monday morning ready to go. Twitter starts up again. Something happens. Also, he might say we're going to start taking Doge for Twitter Blue, and I think that's going to just make it absolutely erupt. So just be careful, man. Doge could be on another tear to the upside here. 4-hour, daily, 24-hour. You got a bit of a flag here for Doge. And look at this. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down on the swing lows. That's a hidden bullish divergence, in my humble opinion. Technically, yeah, I mean, it is. That's a hidden bullish divergence, which could propel you to the upside 90% of the time. Doge, baby, Doge. So I would be looking for Doge to possibly make a big move here. It's oversold on the daily, 4-hour, and the 1 hour, right? Doge, baby, Doge. And it's trending right now on Twitter as we speak. The world is starting to wake up. You know, we're getting ready for the morning. We're getting ready for the morning. You know, I'll be up early, ready to go for you all, doing the updates, keeping it going. I'll be probably one of the first people up on the East Coast in the trading group. So don't you worry. I will have you locked and loaded by the time you get up ready to go. Let's take a look at ES1, the S&P futures, and see what's happening here right now. Are they open? No. Yep, there they go. So starting to move the futures market. Now we're getting overbought here on the 4-hour time frame for the S&P, which is weird because Bitcoin's kind of oversold. But we could still get pinned. Let's take a look at our 1-hour time frame. Our 1 hour is indecisive. But to me, it's making a symmetrical triangle that could break up either way, 50-50 shot. If it breaks out, it's getting a move up here and booming. What I will show you, look at the S&P, just got back above the 200 simple on the 4-hour, but that's a good sign. If we can hold that, we can start a bullish move. So let's see if the 1 hour can break on out. 15-minute, we want to see the sideways behavior. We want to see the S&P break on out. Okay, let's jump on into the dollar index. That has to happen for us to remain bullish tomorrow. If we start to dump out of this and start to do bearish retests and things happen and we fall to the bottom of this pattern, we're going to struggle for most of the day. So we want to see the S&P break to the upside. We'll be watching this. First thing I'll look at when I wake up at 5 in the morning and keep you up to date on this is the S&P. We're going to take a look at the dollar index as well. We got to be sharp on that and procure this idea. So I'm going over the fact that we're making this bearish flag to the downside. This one didn't. We gapped out from that because we closed on the weekends. We reopened again Sunday night. But again, we're still in this flag, to me, that wants to break to the downside. 15-minute is also rolling over. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame coming up without getting above resistance. So as long as this 1 hour doesn't get above, I'll say here and or here. These two levels, I would preferably level 111.25, but I'll take 111.56. Either one of those could be a nice rejection moment. I showed you this rising wedge was going to break to the downside. We also broke back inside the pattern. The idea is we should struggle and not get above these levels and continue to the downside. The reason is, and I've seen this many times, and let me break down why, like the actual logic behind this. This is a falling wedge. You have up, down, up, and you're likely to come here to the bottom of the pattern, okay? So here's the deal. Once you break out, it's a fake out. Once you break back in, usually when you break inside a pattern, you don't just kind of leave it again. You usually head right back down to where you should inside the pattern of the movement. So it's just very likely we see the dollar drop down here to this 106 or 108 area. And so far, so good. Since we've called this top for the dollar, we have been slowly careening to the downside. So, and again, this is around the time where I bought Bitcoin in these areas because you had to take advantage of the moment at hand. You had to take advantage of the overbought daily. You take a look at the daily here on the 2-week chart, and you can see it's just extremely, extremely overbought. It had to come back down. It was just in an insane parabola, making a crazy move to the upside. And what I was showing everybody too is you even go to the monthly chart, and look, this was Bitcoin's huge rally in 2017. This was Bitcoin's huge rally in 2020, And we're super high on the monthly here, getting ready for Bitcoin's huge rally yet again. Now, these took times, right? The rally was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like it's like a year. You can take this measurement tool, and it's going to tell you that's about 577 days, right? Almost 2 years. I mean, that's a nice long time. And so these are Bitcoin's pumps when the dollar struggles on the monthly chart, and the dollar is cooked on the RSI, cooked on the MACD. Like, I would not want to be dollar cost averaging into a long-term asset I was going to hold for 2 years. The biggest trades are 2-year trades. I make 2-year trades. 2-year trades to me are like a swing trade or a daily trade. I do so many 2-year trades. It's like a daily trade to me now. I'm becoming so old. 2 years like a day to me. No, but you know what I mean? It becomes like that. It does feel like that at one point. But the point is, if I was going to short the dollar, this would be a good time to begin to load up on my short. Okay? The daily's also about to roll over for the dollar yet again. Look at just getting started with a bearish engulfing candle. So the daily has bearish engulfing for sure. And it's rolling over on the daily time frame too as well. Look at that. That does not look good. And it suggests that my idea for the dollar is conveyed by the charts, and we will continue down to 108.90. So I like what I'm seeing for the dollar for next week, showing that we'll get a little relief rally here for the coins. Let's take a look at the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency and break that down. You're the man, Sam. No, you're the man, Jordan. May God bless you and yours, brother. Jordan Miller, the Miller family. Shout out to Mac Miller, man. God bless him. I thought about him again today, and I said, man, it could have been me. It could have been me. One day I actually took a fentanyl patch and stuck it in my mouth and started sucking on it, and I overdosed, and I was like all out of it, and it was a long time ago. I don't like admitting it, but I did it, and I had been clean for like 4 months, 5 months. I hadn't had anything, not a drink or anything, and I decided to, have a couple beers, got a little out of it. Next thing you know, this kid said, hey, you want a colada pin? Took that. Next thing you know, I was so out of it. Then I find out that his dad was dying of cancer, and he had fentanyl patches on him, and he would cut them into square and eat them. And I'm so out of my mind, and I was bigger than him, and I was like, give me that square. And he's like, no, you don't know what you're doing. I ripped it out of his hand, and I shoved it in my mouth. I ended up ODing, and on the side of the street. It was horrible. How old was I? I was 29. You know what I mean? I ended up waking up like 3 hours later, profusely throwing up. My family called the police because they didn't know where I was. I was lost. So anyway, it was 10 years ago. So I just want to let you know, you can be lost in this life and still be found. All right. And I've been in many, many dark places in my life. And I just want to let you know that anything could happen. So whenever I think of Mac Miller and anyone that made a mistake one day in their life and they paid for the rest of their life for it, somehow God kept me alive, even though I made many of those mistakes. And so I believe I'm here for a reason. And shout out to Sin City Crypto. Love y'all guys as I was breaking down my life. What's up, my dude? Love the dollar inside, man. Thank you so much. I mean, it looks like we're going to go down the tubes, baby. Shout out to Sin City Crypto, my man, for the $4.99 super chat. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Robin, Dave, the whole crew, Michael Saylor, everyone in there. Rocco, baby. We love you, Rocco, if you're out there. Rocco! How long will the bearish RSI divergence on the daily for the Bitcoin play out? Lifers for life. Thank you, Sam. Intermittent Handyman. Thank you for another $5 super chat. $209 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. 1 hour and 4 hour wanting to rip to the upside for Bitcoin. Is the DXY forming a falling wedge? Yeah, SSC, Sin City Crypto in the game. Love you, Sam. Shout out to Stack McChange in the game. Glad you're still here. Yep. Good thing you didn't die. I know. Holy friend, so happy you're still alive. Hey, it happens, man. Glad you're alive and well, man. I did. It was a long time ago. Did you check GALA? We did. Miller High Life. ML Nasty Drinks, by the way. Funny. Do you think Bitcoin can go below 20K again? Anything is possible, my friend. Anything is possible. I'm open-minded. It's very possible. Shout me out, Crypto Lifer. Matthew Martinez. Shout out to Matthew Martinez in the house. My man. Did you ever have time to look at Band so I can compare notes? Band 77. Thank you for the $77 chat revenue. You people are amazing. Are you into Dome? I love getting Dome. I love getting Dome. Buying the coin, getting some Dome. Getting Dome for my wallet, right? What? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. No matter where life takes me, you can find me with a smile. I know. Nowhere life takes me, you can find me with a smile.
Soon to be happy, happy once in a while. I never thought life could be this sweet. Got me cheesing from cheek to cheek, man. And I've never got to nothing, cause I think that's style. Oh yeah, and I ain't gonna want for nothing, cause that just ain't my style. Life couldn't get better. It's gonna be the best day ever. I mean, that makes me cry, man. I watch that video when he has the little kid running, and then I watch videos of his mom playing as a kid, and like she may never see him get married. She'll never see her son. Man, he had such a big impact on this world, and he was about to do some big things. Man, I still think about him every September and October. Yo, hold up. I'm gonna shed a tear for this young buck, man. He was about to blow, baby. R.I.P. to Mac Miller, man. R.I.P. And, you know, God bless him and his mom and his dad and the pain they feel every day when they wake up and they realize that he's gone. Because that ain't easy. I can feel their pain right now in my chest, and it ain't easy. Imagine losing someone that, and your son was just known, and he was such a light. And he gone now. He's gone. So, sorry, I didn't know I was going to go there today. But you know what? And you never know where I'm going to go. You can shed a tear for me when you come up and I'm in bed. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So that means I'm not getting any technical analysis tonight? No TA? Oh, my gosh. No TA for me. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Crypto Billionaire for the $20 super chat. You people are making it rain tonight. You people are making it rain. Straight up on the kid on a Sunday night. You people are making it rain. I never know what to expect when I show up to the live. I never know what to expect. I mean, this is technically a bullish rectangle. It's ugly. Can almost say it's a shoulder head and a right shoulder. It's completely disgusting. Could you say, well, it was this pattern? We broke out, broke back in. I don't know. But the 1 hour says that it's about to rip. Bitcoin wants to rip. This is just getting started. I could see MATIC doing a massive move to the upside. Unbelievable. Be careful. It is a Sunday night into Monday morning. Anything could happen. Heavy volatility. Always be ready. Lately, the Monday mornings have been kind of playing out, which has been quite interesting. But just be careful. Always be careful. Always use a stop loss. Always have a contingency plan. Always have a plan. All right? You know what I mean? Always have a plan. Don't trade SHIB Doge. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I personally wouldn't trade SHIB Doge. All right? But you got to do whatever makes you happy, 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 happy. Something doesn't look right, but we will see. I'm just entering a trade right now, so I'm a little busy at the moment. I'm a little busy in the moment. There we go. Okay. I know, Aaron Carter, man. Hold up. RIP to Aaron Carter. And I didn't know much what was going on with him, but it didn't look good. And, man, just God bless everybody, man, that struggles in this life. This life ain't easy. And people struggle. And I'm here to help other people know that you don't have to go that way. That way. You just don't got to go that way. You know what I mean? So take a deep breath. Life is okay. When it feels like it's all over, it's not. Like, you can get back to where you were before. It's not all over. You know, take a deep breath. Things can move in the right direction. You got to believe, though. You got to believe. So, look, I mean, we took this little dip, but we're still seeing it all depends on Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin moves, every single one of these little flags is going to pump. Yeah, they took a little bit down today, but look, AXI3L still on the radar for possibly 86% gains. All right? So it's still on the radar. It dipped right down to the next resistance point, a little lower actually, but like there's just like, I don't know. Unless you hit this high volume node, there's really not many other places for it to go. And we already know that Sam basically shorted this thing to the ground, and now there's nothing else for it to go but up. So it's interesting to me. Four hours still bullish. I got stopped out a little bit. I'm willing to get back into this puppy, man. 4 hours still bullish, in my humble opinion. AXI 3L. Very high risk, though. You could also just trade AXI 3L. Again, you could trade nothing. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. Okay. Let's go, baby. All right. Dang, ARK Invest pushing lives tonight. Oh, yeah, that's shady. I canceled a $5,000 order on DOGE 02 cents. Ugh. I would be up 7% right now. It's all right. Deep breaths, man. It is what it is. Wyver said she's going to bed 4 times. If that's not asking for TA, I don't know what is. Can you check out Algorand? Andrew. Can you check out Algorand? All right, everyone. I'm going to close the TA because I'm going to lose the TA. I'm not going to get any tonight because of y'all. Y'all going to ruin it for me. Seriously, man. The man works so hard. He gets no... Anyway, ALGO continued to the upside. Amazing move. We talked about this cup and handle. It boomed to the upside, blasting off. ALGO, baby. ALGO. Now, let's take a look at our daily time frames. It's still not amazing. Like, we've had a big move, but it's not huge. But we got above some areas, and we possibly have bottomed for Algorand. You know, if Bitcoin's bottom, then everything is bottom. That's how it works with these chats, right? So, look, you got to have this, a broadening wedge, which is like a bullish pattern in a way. Something of this nature. And you got some areas to contend with. Let's take a look at our daily and our 3-day chart. Bit overbought on the 3-day chart, which suggests maybe you kind of go sideways or come back down. You know what I mean? 4-day or daily as well. Daily. So look, I would flag out Algo because you're a little overbought on the daily. Something like this, and I put alerts here down, and I just don't jump into stuff until the daily resets for most things. Man, the 4-hour could give you some moves like the rest of the market, but it may be short-lived or a pump. Anything is possible. You know, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just going on my probabilities that I see. And so for me, it tells me to wait it out a little bit and not to jump in right now based on the daily time frame. Okay. Dome double bottom blast off. Possible, right? Whip USDT. Interesting. I never heard of that. Whip? I don't know. Whip. What do you think about Mask? We already talked about it in depth. I like it a lot. Hot. Super hot. The upside in real life. Go get yours, brother. Shout out to Stack McChain. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream, man. I see what you did there, Laura. Whip USDT. That's funny. Cool Whip. Was that the door locking? Oh, no, man. No. You guys are so funny, man. All right, everyone. I'm out of here for the night. I got to take a look at Bitcoin one last time, and then I do have to talk to my wife for a little while. So let's look at this flag here. We want to make it bounce back in, but nothing is guaranteed. We could roll over and see more downside. Be careful. If the bulls can't break us back above 20,000, 21K, expect more downside. Seriously, as funny as we were being tonight, just be careful, all right? What I do like is this flag here forming on the 5, which contends that we will continue to the upside. Let's get it. This would break us back inside of this pattern. Once we break back inside this pattern, there's more likelihood we break back up out of it too as well. So I'm more bullish than bearish. They tried to send us away. Somehow we got bought back up by the Asian markets. We'll see what happens. The S&P looks somewhat bullish, and the dollar looks like it's going to continue to the downside for the next few weeks. I like what I'm seeing on the overall big time frames. Everybody, thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. You people are unbelievable. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the awesome stream. You know what? I came tonight. It was a Sunday night, a little quiet. I had no idea how energetic, how amazing it would be. We had Bookmap running. We had charts going. We were flying at the speed of light. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, everybody. Thank you so much for doing it with me every single day, baby. We did it again. We did it again. I don't know how we do it every single time, but we do. I gotta go get... I gotta go talk to my wife. I gotta... So stupid, right? But like, no, seriously though, like, I gotta go, everybody. I gotta go over there.